This is what we need. We need to have Maley Drive completed. We need that. And the Liberals have made that promise. It will happen. That is not part of the $14 billion that's earmarked for roads. That is a separate issue. So not only do we have $14 billion to help fix our roads and to help with our transportation needs, but it also brings forth Maley Drive, which is an extra wrapping on the president, if you will. So yes, infrastructure issues, definitely, we have to start working with the municipalities. We have to look at ways of increasing the municipal funding by utilizing better formula mechanisms. We also have to start working together as ridings, because when you look at the greater picture, right? Because when we talk about municipal roads, that's a municipal issue. The only way that the government can help is by increasing funding to the municipalities regarding, particular road structures or whatnot. But we also have highways that go through, and we have to start working together as ridings. So Temiskaming Cochrane, they have Highway 17. Nickel Belt, we have Highway 17. Sudbury, they have Highway 17. Algoma Manitoulin, they have Highway 17. We need to identify what areas within our ridings need to be fixed. So it's kind of irrelevant if Temiskaming Cochrane fixes one area of 17 and Nickel Belt fixes the far end of 17, which leaves 122 kilometers of non-fixed roads, and then Algoma Manitoulin fixes something 210 kilometers away, and Sudbury finishes something. It makes no sense, because you've got these huge, sections of highways that are fixed.
We have a few roads in the regional, a few regional roads that are like that.
Well, exactly.
You're driving along on this smooth section, all of a sudden you hit the potholes.
Exactly. So we need to do a better job in terms of working together so that we can bring the whole thing together nicely instead of into sectional packages. I think if I'm working on Highway 17, let's say, or Highway 69, I should be talking with the Sudbury riding, saying, guys, how can we fix this? This is at the edge of your riding, at the edge of my riding. I don't want to start fixing something that's 10 kilometers away if you're fixing something that's 20 kilometers away. We should bring it together so that we can fix that one particular section faster. And the same thing with the other areas as well. We have to start earmarking. In terms of my particular riding, Nickel Belt, we have 144 that needs fixing. Now 144 past Cartier, if you've gone up to Gogama and Folliette, what a beautiful drive. There's not that many potholes. It's new, it's brand new, it's a beautiful ride, it's gorgeous. The only problem with 144 is that it's too short. There's no sides, there's no shoulders. In 1962, when they built Highway 144, it was the Conservative government, and they wanted to save some money, so they didn't put the shoulders in. That's detrimental in the wintertime.
That was a time when you got flat tires a lot.
Exactly, and that's dangerous. If you're passing on Highway 144 and you're on a curve, let's say, and you can't see what's coming up behind you or in front of you because you're right at the curb level, and you've got a flat tire and you pull off to the side, well, you know what? Half your vehicle is right dead center in the middle of that lane.
You're gonna run on the tire.
Exactly, and that's pretty dangerous. So we need to look at more passing lanes. We need to look at how we can expand that to a full 4-lane from Sudbury to Timmins. We need to look at the municipal section between Chelmsford and Cartier. That is a horrible stretch of road where it is just pothole haven. When I'm working with the OFCAN, the Onaping Falls Community Action Network, when I'm working with OFCAN, and I do regularly go to their meetings, they're a great bunch of people and they're doing great work out there. It takes me half an hour just to get from Chelmsford to Onaping because I'm dodging potholes, and heaven help me if there's a police officer in back, because I swear to you, they'd think I was drunk. I'm halfway into the other lane, I'm going, and all I'm doing is avoiding the potholes that are at least 6-inch deep. So we have to fix that, but again, that's a municipal issue, and we need to work with municipalities in order to increase the funding mechanisms so that stretch of road can actually be fixed. Yes, it is 144, but it's not necessarily a provincial issue as it is a municipal issue.
That's a good point. Balanced budget, debt reduction.
We are the leanest government in Canada right now. I think Charles Sousa, and as a credit to the Minister of Finance and as a credit to Kathleen Wynne, they have really done a good job in reducing useless spending and leaned it up to a level where we are the leanest. You know, we're criticized that we're spending a lot of money right now, but you know what? So did Obama. He spent a little bit of money in order to create his stimulus package, in order to get the economy moving, and it's working. We're following that formula. We are investing. We're investing in people. We're investing in knowledge and skills training. We're investing in infrastructure to get product moving. How can we sell our widgets if we can't get them from point A to point B? We're doing that. And it's going to take a little bit of time. We understand that. But by 17-18, we will have the budget completely balanced. And it's forecasted to do so. We are on track. We've hit all of our budget goals, our milestones. We've even exceeded them. So we're on track, we're doing the right thing. The economists are behind us on this issue, saying, how can you argue with the Ontario government, because they're doing it. The proof is in the pudding. They've achieved their milestones, they've exceeded their milestones, and now they're doing a stimulus, an economic stimulus package, not increase, but support, if you will, by increasing the spending a little bit more in order to stimulate the economy. We're doing it. We just need the time to get it done right. The difference, I just had this conversation with a friend of mine knocking on a door today, was what's the difference between, what do you mean by taking the time? And what's the difference between Kathleen Wynne? What is it? Well, my answer was very clearly, Kathleen is doing something a little bit different. She's asking the people in her caucus to debate issues. She wants to have that best product at the end of the day. So when she or whoever, the minister, presents this in legislation to the Legislative Assembly, that it's a unanimous vote. Now, we all know it's very rare that you get a unanimous vote. But if we can have that debate in caucus first, and this is a big change. It's not, this is what we're doing, y'all vote yes. This is what we're thinking of doing. What do you think? How can we make this better? And that's Kathleen Wynne. That is a change in government that is essential, in my opinion, and that's why I put my name forward. Because it's not just about y'all vote yes. It's about how can we make this better? And that is what is needed for Ontario. A leader that says, how can we make this better?
Mhm.
That is the issue for me.
That's good. I've got about 5 minutes just so to wrap up. Is there anything that we've missed that we haven't touched on? I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think it was a great discussion.
Yeah,
The one thing I would love, again, is people, if I can get the message out, number one, please go vote. Please go and vote. I don't care really who you vote for, as long as you vote. If you're an NDPer and you support the NDP platform, then go vote. But my message is clear. Make sure you understand the issues and make sure you vote for the best platform that is for growth and prosperity in your area. That is the key here. It's in your area. The other two platforms don't talk about Maley Drive. The other two platforms aren't investing in infrastructure spending to the level that we are. Remember, go and vote. If you support the Liberal platform, then please put your vote under with my name, because that's what I support. And I hope to have that support.
Okay. We've got a few days before the 12th comes up, and we see what happens after that. Are you planning on being anywhere on the 12th?
Yeah, we're at the Colonial Inn. We'll be there at 6 p.m.
The
in
Colonial
Coniston.
in Coniston?
Yeah, we'll be there at
Okay.
6 p.m. It's a closed party. It's not for everyone. The place doesn't hold 600 people. I'd love to invite everyone. But there's going to be supporters that are going to be there, and people that have provided contributions to my campaign that are invited to come.
And we will be entering a new era, a new chapter on Friday morning.
I hope so. I hope so.
Regardless of who gets elected, it'll be
Well,
it's a transition. Things have to, things can't be the same as they were. Nothing ever is.
No.
And we're into a whole new.
Right now, we're looking at, according to the polls anyways, the latest polls this morning, we're looking at a majority Liberal government, very slim majority, 54, which is exactly the same thing that happened in 2011 with Dalton McGuinty as the leader. He missed the majority by 1 seat, he had 53 seats. Today, the projections are 54 seats, yesterday they were 55 seats. So it's borderline majority.
It'll be interesting.
Well, I certainly hope it is a majority.
Yeah. So James Tregonning, thank you again for coming in here with the Ontario Liberal Party in the Nicolet riding. Good luck in the last few days, and regardless of the outcome, I hope we have a chance to get back together and debrief
Absolutely.
on the results and
Absolutely.
moving forward. And yeah, so to remind people that if you want to listen to this again, or if you missed any of it, if you go to the learningclinic.ca and go to the radio section, all of these interviews are on video. We videotape all the radio shows, and on that site right now, all of the debates are also available for people to listen to. So the sub-riding debates, the leaders' debates, and the nickel belt debates, that they're all there, so you can link to them and play them. And so there shouldn't be a reason for people not being informed when they go to the ballot. So thanks, James. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Robbie.
And to our listeners, I want to remind you, stay tuned, and in about 10 or 15 minutes, we will have the third segment of this afternoon. Mark Blay is going to be in with the Ontario PC Party, and we're going to talk about the PC platform. And I've got to say, like I say, James, this has been great, because to me, if people were to look at these video recordings, these 30 or 40-minute shows, I think they become an education.
Mm-hmm.
And if a person wanted to know just what is the platform, I really think they could look at this and listen to the whole thing and say,
Absolutely.
well, this is the nuts and bolts of it.
Absolutely.
So
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you for it.
Thank you.
So this is Bob Kerwin. You're listening to Learning Clinic, and again at 2 o'clock we'll have Mark Blay, who is the Ontario PC candidate for the nickel belt riding.
Thanks, Bob.
That was good.
That was great. I think I had